Have you ever taken a moment to think about where your food comes from? When you bite a freshly peeled banana or eat the fish your grandmother prepares? Where were those delicious zesty tomatoes in your pizza sauce grown? How did the myriad ingredients combine in the muesli you enjoy for breakfast? Who grew the oranges in your orange juice, and how? There was a time when most of our food might have come from our grandmother's garden or a local producer. With a population of 8 billion people on this planet, our food production has become a complex system. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals guide us towards more sustainable living. Food production is connected to the Sustainable Development Goals in many ways because it can affect the environment, life in water, life on land, and our water resources. We could end hunger and promote well-being if we achieve food security and improve nutrition and sustainable agriculture. In our ideal world, production companies treat their employees fairly and promote equality and equity, leading to decent work for all and a higher quality of life for everyone involved. It is also essential that food producers foster innovation to maintain good infrastructure and strive for more sustainability in food production. Food waste occurs at all levels of the value chain of produced food during production, processing, transportation, sale, and consumption. Food waste has various negative environmental effects, a large waste of money, and social effects, as the wasted food could be used elsewhere. We throw away or waste 1/3 of all food produced worldwide, and food waste accounts for 8 to 10% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Here, you can see a simplified diagram showing the value chain of manufactured food. Food is wasted in all steps of the value chain. Knowing the journey of our food will help us make informed choices about what we eat and how it impacts the environment and our health. A carbon footprint is the amount of greenhouse gas emissions, usually measured in carbon dioxide, that an individual, organisation or activity is responsible for. This includes emissions from transportation, energy use and food production, to name a few. A carbon footprint of food is usually expressed as a kilogram of carbon dioxide released from producing and transporting each kilogram of our food. Almost all industries create significant carbon footprints. Therefore, it is important to know and understand the processes behind food production to make healthy choices for ourselves, the environment, and society. What we eat and where it comes from greatly impacts the environment. We can have a very big environmental influence, both through what we eat, whether we eat plant foods or animal products, and through how we select food from each food group. What we choose, where it comes from, how it is grown, hunted or raised, and how we transport it matters a lot. The shorter we transport it, the better. It also matters if the transport is by plane, ship, or truck. How we use land to produce food is also a big factor. We as consumers have to think about this. If we all start thinking about what we eat every day, it can positively impact the environment. Understanding the environmental effects of food production, including its carbon footprint, can be complex because many factors come together during the process. Carbon footprint can be calculated in different ways and with different results. Here, based on information from the Environment Agency of Iceland, we can see a summary of the estimated carbon dioxide emissions per kilogram of common foods. The results show that vegetables, fruits, milk, fish, and chicken have lower carbon footprints than other foods listed. Transportation adds to food's carbon footprint. If we estimate around 30 kilos of carbon dioxide released for every kilo of edible lamb or beef, and then add around 1 or 2 kilos for transportation, it does not add much proportionally because 1 kilo is not much compared to 30 kilos. But if we are talking about vegetables, where emission during production is maybe less than 1 kilo, then the amount of 1 kilo added because of transportation is proportionally higher. Research also shows that domestic transportation by truck and international shipping leave a smaller carbon footprint than domestic transportation by truck and international transport by air. How food is transported from production to local stores can significantly affect the carbon footprint. Therefore, we should consider the journey of our food when we select our ingredients for a meal. Let's hear what Stefan Gislason, an environmental specialist, has to say about food's carbon footprint.
Við getum sagt í stuttumáli að þá felst kolefnisspor matvæla í tveimur þáttum, annars vegar framleiðslunni og hins vegar flutningunum. Og flutningarnir, þeir skipta í sumum tilvikum mjög miklu máli, í sumum tilvikum mjög litlu máli í heildinni. Það fer annars vegar eftir því hvernig matvælin eru flutt til okkar og hins vegar eiginlega eftir því hvaða matvæli við erum að tala um. Ef við erum svo að tala fisk, hvort sem það villtur fiskur eða eldisfiskur, þá erum við yfirleitt með eitthvað minna kolefnisspor heldur en í kjöti af dýrum með heitu blóði. Þess að fiskar þeir nýta fæðuna sína svo vel. Annars vegar vegna þess að þeir eru með kalt blóð og það er ekki orku í að hita það, og hins vegar vegna þess að þeir nota miklu minni orku í að hreyfa sig, af því það er léttara að hreyfa sig í vatni heldur en á landi eins og við gerum.
Food production affects the 3 pillars of sustainability that everyone should know: environmental, social, and economic. Environmental sustainability. This means taking care of the environment and making choices that help protect our planet for current and future generations. It involves responsibly using resources such as water, air, and land, and reducing our impact on nature. Social sustainability. This involves creating a society that is fair, just, and inclusive for everyone. It means treating everyone respectfully and making choices promoting equality, diversity, and well-being. Economic sustainability. This refers to making choices and taking actions that ensure the long-term well-being of the economy. It means responsibly using resources, such as money and jobs, so that they will be available for future generations. Sustainable fisheries consider the health and integrity of marine ecosystems. They consider the interdependence of different species and their habitats, aiming to minimize the impact of fishing activities on the broader ecosystem, such as avoiding damage to coral reefs or sea floor habitats. As we've seen, the carbon footprint of our food is shaped by many factors, from production methods to transportation and beyond. By understanding these complexities, we can make more informed choices that support environmental, social, and economic sustainability. Whether it's opting for locally sourced ingredients, choosing foods with lower carbon footprints, or supporting sustainable fisheries, every decision we make contributes to a healthier planet. Remember, sustainability starts with each of us, and together we can make a significant difference. In the next 6 episodes, we aim to explain the journey of 6 different foods from catching or growing all the way to your plate. Throughout this journey, you will discover more about how your food is produced, the people who work to feed us, and how long the journey is from farm to fork.